Hi everyone, my name is Lily and welcome to my channel Lily from the Novel, and today I'm going to share with you my September-October book haul. If you have watched one of my previous videos where I talked about that bookstore in my city, book.ba, you will probably be seeing most of the books from there, but I haven't talked in any detail about any of the books that I got in that video. I just shared the prices of them, but now I just want to share the reasons why I got a couple of books that I got and why I look forward to reading them, or if I have read them, what I thought about them. So first I'm going to show you the books that I didn't get in that bookstore, so a part of that video. And those are the books Peace, Love, and Liberty, and Why Liberty, both edited by Tom G. Palmer, and Morality of Capitalism, also edited by Tom G. Palmer, and all of these three books have been signed by him. Can't wait to just kind of go through all of these three books because I'm really into liberalism right now, and I think that I find myself a part of that community as well. So you have probably seen this change because I have taken out this box set, but as you see I'm starting out showing you the books that I have shown already in the previous video, but again talking about them in more detail. So first four books that I'm going to show to you from that video are these Lord of the Rings box set books. So first book is The Fellowship of the Ring, second book is The Two Towers, third is Return of the King, and then additional novel The Hobbit. So as for these four books, I decided to read them, to start reading them in January 2016, so to read one book a month or one book every 2 months, but I want to finish definitely 2016 with all of these four books read because these are just amazing fantasy classics, and I'm really into reading classics, so this is going to be like amazing add up to all of that. The next book that I have here is a really big book, and it is Sherlock Holmes The Complete Series Bind-Up Edition. This book actually my sister got to me, so that day we went to that bookstore of mine and she was just randomly like, hey, I want to buy you a book, and I'm like, okay, I don't have a problem with that. This is actually really cool bind-up that I really like. They're really cheap in that bookstore, but they're really like, spine is not breakable, so I can really easily open it like this when spine won't break. And I want to get into Sherlock Holmes all over again. I never actually read it in original writing, so this is going to be really cool. The next book type of thing that I was really happy about getting is this coloring book called A Magical City. So this coloring book is actually inspired by different cities. So you have a coloring part called London, which has so many parts of London, and Paris and New York, and you can just color it by that. There's also Tokyo, which I really like, so it's pretty cool. Another series that I was really intrigued by, which I actually got as well, is this Changeling series by Philippa Gregory. First book is Changeling, second book is Stormbringers, third book The Fool's Gold. This series is actually not called Changeling, it's like Order of the Darkness something. And what I really liked about this series is that it is young adult fantasy and historical fiction, and I've already read the first book and I'm into reading the second book right now. Maybe I have read it, I don't know when are you watching this video, but if you want to know, just check my Goodreads page. What I didn't like about the first book particularly is that it didn't show many elements of fantasy. I would definitely like to see more of fantasy elements as the series progresses. The next book that my sister actually made me to buy, it is Danielle Steele's Sisters. My sister told me to buy it and it's called Sisters, so yay. I actually never read Danielle Steele, even though in my city this is really popular author and so many people are reading Danielle Steele. I realized it would be really good to give it a shot in English and original writing. I'm not into reading translated copies. It was like a year and a half, so I think this is a good shot. This book that I have here is A Bad Boy Can Be Good for a Girl by Tanya Lee Stone. So this is like a poetry collection, but like really young adultish poetry. It has so many little poems like that which are connected to each other. Next book that I have here is The Song of a Humpback Whale by Jodi Picoult, and I've actually heard about Jodi Picoult on BookTube, and so many people were talking about her books off the page and on the Between the Lines. I think those are her books that are really popular, but I don't know, it just sounds cute, looks cute, so I don't know if it's going to be cute. I don't know anything about it, so yeah, you will see. Next book that you'll probably know of is The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. I haven't read anything by Nicholas Sparks, even though I have watched movies that have actually been inspired by his books. I mean, the movie adaptations, I guess. But I don't have a problem with the movie covers because he's on the cover, if you know what I mean. Next book that I got from that bookstore was Winter's Tale by Shakespeare. I think we read like Hamlet in the first grade of my high school. We did, but I didn't really, I read it, but I didn't read it, I just didn't care. But I realized that it would be really cool to get into Shakespeare more. I think that English has a much better version than Bosnian. Of course. I think this is going to be a much better experience of reading Shakespeare. Next three books that I have are pretty funny, and they're I just literally got them because they were cheap. I mean, I wouldn't usually get them by their full price, I guess. First one was tips for teachers. I'm usually in a role of a tutor or a math teacher, and I think that it's really important to educate myself as an educator, educationally wise. So many educationally words. Next book that I got is Wedding Speeches by Gordon Stretch, I guess. In Bosnia we usually don't give wedding speeches, no one does, so it is kind of pretty boring, I guess, on the weddings. This is going to be really fun, I guess. And the last book that was really stupid was this, The World's Stupidest Laws book. I mean, it says that in Alaska it is forbidden to give alcoholic beverages to a moose, and it is forbidden to kick out a live moose out of the airplane. Why would you do that to a moose? So first, if you hear a word moose repeated in 3 sentences in a row, it would be funny. I don't know, why didn't they put my country? Because my country generally has a lot of stupid laws. I just kind of concentrated more, I guess, on America and kind of bigger European countries, but it was so funny. And the books that I'm most happy about are these two. So first one is Brown Inferno. This is gonna be pretty interesting to read in English more than in Bosnian because, again, English and Bosnian. Which one would I choose, I wonder? And the last book that is going to be my next read, I believe, is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I can't wait to experience Gillian Flynn writing, and I want to read the other books by him, but this is a start, and it is a great start, and I can't wait to do it. So you might find this really repetitive video because you have maybe already seen this book if you have watched my video about the bookstore that I have filmed. If you wonder what video is that, I'm gonna link it down below and maybe annotate it somewhere on the screen. But I have gotten most of these books except the first 3 that I got in the conference. All of those books I got in one amazing bookstore in Sarajevo, book.ba, which has amazing offer of half-priced and second-hand books. There are also some things that I filmed during my stay in that bookstore, which was really fun, amazing clips. Definitely watch all of that video even though it is a bit long. I don't have anything else to show you. I have a lot of books here and I can't wait to kind of show all of them to the camera. So I'm gonna see you next time with my other video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, of course, for more amazing videos, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!